Hey folks, ever wondered what would happen if a snake had a name? Or what it'd be like to know the exact date you're hitting the hay for good? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into some of the wackiest, wildest facts that'll leave your jaw on the floor. Stick around to discover why one truck tire is always raised and the strange story behind the $$ We're talking mind-blowing stuff here, people. Get ready to have your brain tickled with the weirdest, most amazing facts you never knew existed. Let's get started. All right, guys, picture this. You're strolling through a rainforest, right? Sun shining, birds are singing, and bam! A giant butterfly the size of a dinner plate smacks you in the face. Okay, maybe not that big, but you get the idea. We're talking about the Queen Alexandra's birdwing, the world's largest butterfly. This thing's wingspan can reach up to 11 inches. That's like longer than a dollar bill. Can you imagine trying to catch one of these bad boys with a tiny butterfly net? Seriously, this butterfly is basically the King Kong of the insect world. It's so big, it probably needs its own zip code. And you know what they say about big wings? They're perfect for carrying giant jars of peanut butter. Okay, maybe not, but wouldn't that be wild? Imagine this thing fluttering around your backyard, casting a shadow the size of a small child. People would be running for the hills. But hey, at least you wouldn't need an umbrella anymore. Just grab onto one of its legs and let it carry you away to a magical land made entirely of gummy bears. Okay, back to reality. The Queen Alexandra's birdwing is actually an endangered species, which is really sad because they're so awesome. But hey, at least we can still marvel at their size and imagine them carrying us away to a world of pure imagination. Next up, we're talking about brains. Yeah, those squishy things inside your head. Did you know that exercise can actually make your brain younger? I'm not kidding. So put down the video games, grab your sneakers, and get ready to learn some mind-blowing facts about your own body. Trust me, this is one chapter you don't want to skip. Alright folks, buckle up because this one's a doozy. We're about to dive into a story so wild, you'd think it was straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. But this ain't no movie, folks. This is real life. Picture this. World War II is raging, and the US Navy is desperate to protect its ports from sabotage. They need someone on the inside, someone who knows the waterfront like the back of their hand. Who do they turn to? The Mafia. Yep, you heard that right. The Navy actually teamed up with organized crime to protect America's shores. It sounds crazy, but it actually happened. In fact, this unlikely alliance played a crucial role in the war effort. You see, the Mafia controlled the docks, the unions, everything. They knew who was coming and going, what was being loaded and unloaded. They were the eyes and ears of the waterfront, and the Navy needed that intel. So they struck a deal. The Mafia would help the Navy root out spies and saboteurs, and in return, they'd get a blind eye turned to their, shall we say, extracurricular activities. It was a risky move, but desperate times called for desperate measures. And you know what? It worked. The Mafia provided valuable information that helped the Navy thwart numerous attacks on American ships and ports. They were like the ultimate secret weapon, operating in the shadows, protecting America from within. It's a story that sounds too crazy to be true, but it's a testament to the unpredictable nature of war. When the stakes are high enough, even the most unlikely allies can find common ground. So, next time you think about the Mafia, remember this. They weren't just gangsters and bootleggers. They were also unlikely patriots who played a vital role in protecting America during its darkest hour. Now, let's jump from the gritty world of wartime espionage to the fashionable world of ancient China. Get ready for a story that'll make you grateful for modern footwear. All right, fashionistas, get ready to cringe. We're about to take a trip back in time to Qing Dynasty China, where beauty standards were, well, let's just say unique. Imagine this. Tiny pointed shoes, barely bigger than a thimble, were considered the height of fashion. These weren't just regular shoes, folks. These were lotus shoes, and they were designed to do one thing: make women's feet as small as possible. The process was brutal. Young girls would have their feet tightly bound, breaking their bones and forcing them to grow into a deformed, pointed shape. It was excruciatingly painful and often led to lifelong disabilities. But hey, beauty is pain, right? Or so they thought back then. These tiny, deformed feet were seen as a symbol of status and beauty, a sign that a woman was delicate and refined. It's hard to believe that anyone would willingly subject themselves to such torture in the name of fashion. But that's the power of societal pressure, folks. It can make people do some pretty crazy things. Thankfully, this barbaric practice was outlawed in the early 20th century. But the legacy of foot binding continues to haunt China, a stark reminder of the lengths people will go to conform to unrealistic beauty standards. So, next time you're complaining about your shoes being too tight, just remember the women who endured unimaginable pain to achieve the ideal foot size. It'll make you appreciate your comfy sneakers a whole lot more. Speaking of feet, did you know that there's a condition where your toe can just fall off? Yeah, you heard me right. Get ready for a story that's both bizarre and slightly terrifying. All right, folks, brace yourselves because this one's a little freaky. We're talking about a condition so strange, it sounds like something out of a horror movie. But trust me, this is 100% real. Imagine this. You're walking down the street, minding your own business, when suddenly, you feel a strange tingling sensation in your toe. You look down, and to your horror, you realize that your toe is detaching itself from your foot. Sounds crazy, right? But it's a very real condition called dactyl spasm. It's a rare neurological disorder that causes involuntary muscle spasms, and in some extreme cases, it can actually cause your toe to, well, pop off. Now, before you start panicking, it's important to note that this is incredibly rare. Most cases of dactyl spasm are mild and can be treated with medication or therapy. But still, the thought of your toe just deciding to up and leave is pretty unsettling to say the least. It's like your body's playing a cruel prank on you, like it's saying, hey, guess what? You don't need this toe anymore. See you later. So, what causes this bizarre condition? Well, doctors aren't entirely sure. Some believe it's caused by nerve damage, while others think it might be an autoimmune disorder. Whatever the cause, one thing's for sure. Dactyl spasm is a reminder that the human body is a strange and wonderful thing. It's capable of amazing feats of strength and agility, but it can also malfunction in some pretty bizarre ways. So next time you stub your toe, just be grateful that it doesn't decide to detach itself and run away screaming. And hey, if you ever experience any unexplained toe tingling, maybe go see a doctor, just in case. That's it for our toe tally weird fact. Stay tuned for more mind-blowing facts that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the world. And that's a wrap, folks. We just went through some of the craziest, most mind-blowing facts out there. From giant butterflies to toe-detaching spasms, we covered it all. Did you know any of these before? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to smash that like button if you learned something new today, and subscribe for more mind-blowing content. I'm constantly on the hunt for the weirdest, wildest facts out there, so hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay awesome. Peace out.